Welcome to Exam Sale. In this voiceover I will walk you through the syllabus for the Cisco implementing and configuring Cisco Identity Services Engine exam in a clear and practical way. Overview of the exam domains and weights. Implementation and configuration is 31%, product and architecture is 27%, security and management is 21%, and planning and design is 21%. Each domain lists a focus area, difficulty level, estimated learning time, and assessment type so you can prioritize study time effectively. Expect a mix of hands-on configuration tasks and scenario-based conceptual questions. Implementation and configuration carries 31% of the exam, is rated hard, and has an estimated learning time of 18 hours with hands-on plus conceptual assessment. You will learn to configure unified access components including mobility controller and mobility agent roles on Catalyst switches, enable wireless management on switch interfaces, and provision access points via switch port settings. You will also master CAPWAP termination points, verify mobility oracle and mobility group status, and apply MQC-based COS policies on switch ports. On the wireless side you will configure COS profiles such as Platinum, Gold, Silver and Bronze. Map SSIDs to service levels, implement application visibility and control, enable auto COS for unified access, and verify packet marking and policing across the converged wired and wireless layers. Product and architecture makes up 27% of the exam, is rated medium, and expects about 12 hours of study with conceptual and scenario-based assessment. This domain covers the Cisco Unified Access Infrastructure, hardware capabilities and converged architecture so you can differentiate Catalyst 3850, 3650 and 4500E platforms and explain the role of the UADP ASIC. You will learn iOS XE modular software architecture, identify features of Cisco 5760 wireless LAN controllers, and contrast centralized versus converged access deployment models. You will also understand the one network, one policy, one management principles including the benefits of a single policy engine such as ISE, the function of prime infrastructure, how wired and wireless management integrate, BYOD and guest access components, and the role of identity-based networking services. Security and management accounts for 21% of the exam, is rated medium, and has an estimated 14 hours of study with conceptual and scenario-based assessment. In this domain you will implement Identity Services Engine integrations like 802.1x and MAC authentication bypass for both wired and wireless clients and configure ISE profiling and posture services. You will design policy sets, configure centralized web authentication, and implement TrustSec with SGT tagging for unified access environments while managing guest lifecycle in ISE. The prime infrastructure portion teaches device inventory and discovery, configuration templates for UA switches, wireless health and client troubleshooting, configuring prime for converged access, using AVC reporting, and deploying heat maps and RF management tools. Planning and design is 21% of the exam, is rated hard, and suggests about 10 hours of study with scenario-based assessment. This domain focuses on designing high availability and migration strategies for unified access, including HA for mobility controller and mobility agent roles, planning SSO and migration paths from centralized to converged access, and estimating bandwidth for AP to switch links. You will design IP addressing and VLAN structures, plan for multicast in a converged environment, and conduct RF site surveys for high-density deployments to select appropriate AP models. You will also design for clean air and RRM, plan 802.11 AC Wave 1 and Wave 2 integration, determine PO and PO plus power requirements for UA switches, and account for cabling and stacking constraints on Catalyst platforms. To conclude, the complete syllabus requires roughly 54 hours of focused study across all domains and balances hands-on configuration with conceptual design and security integration. Focus first on the 31% implementation and configuration domain, then shore up architecture, security and design knowledge, and practice lab scenarios to be exam ready.